Okay, this is my name is Rob Green. I teach at MCC as an adjunct, and I wanted to just do a quick video. It might be helpful to people to see how I've been using AI to set up my classes. I'm doing this just to be informational. I'm not making any money off this. In fact, I'm part of a lawsuit against the Meta AI because it stole some of my books to use for its training. So I kind of recognize that AI is both wonderful and terrible, but it does seem to make things a lot easier in some respects for the class. So I'm going to show you how I have been using it to set up syllabuses for my classes. I use Claude. It's one of many different models of AI. I just find it the best. I pay for Claude, the paid version of Claude, some amount of money every month, which allows me to ask it more questions and use it for more time and such and such. So here I just have what they call a chat, the opening part of a conversation. Claude is asking me how can I help you today? So I'm going to start by uploading a file, and that file is going to be the syllabus template. So I'm just going to say, here is the syllabus template for a college class I am teaching. And you can probably do this with you can set this all up in big one fell swoop prompt, but I'm not a one fell swoop prompt kind of guy. So I just do it like this. It uploads it, it looks at it, reads it, kind of tells me what it read so I can look and make sure that, okay, we're in the same thing. So I'm also going to add another file to it. I'm going to upload the substantive interaction requirements. Okay, so it tells you this is regurgitating. It talks about this. So I'm looking at all this stuff. This tells me it understands what that substantive interaction is. Then I'm going to paste in the course requirement or the catalog. So it's taking a look, kind of make some suggestions, looks at it in terms of substantive interaction requirements and so on and so on. Let's see. Class runs. Add some more information. From So it's got all this stuff, make some suggestions for the 16 weeks because it just likes doing that kind of thing. tell it what it wants, tell me what I want. Now it's filling in some of the information because I didn't give it a ton of information, right? So it's coming up with all these different things, and it's using both the template syllabus and all the information I gave it. It's filling in gaps with other information that it's found. So there's no way in hell I would use this syllabus as it is, but it provides a really good kind of place to start. So once this finishes doing its thing, I can either continue to edit it via Claude, or I can copy it and paste it into a Google document or Word document or all that kind of thing to use. But it is saving me a fair amount of time in terms of typing and all that kind of thing and cleaning it up. And, so I'll give it a second to run through it. Maybe I'll hum or something so you don't get too distracted while I do this. So most of the stuff it's doing is directly from our template. You probably don't need the safety information for an online class, but it is what it is. Rave thing in there. It's also giving me, not that I necessarily need it or necessarily want it, but it's also giving me, these are some classes that I could use, right? Or some assignments that I could use. All right, so I'll look it over, see what it's got there. So this is, pretty complete syllabus. I'm actually not going to be using this. It's going to make those changes. It's going to take out the bookstore information. It's going to take out the required texts. Let's see what else I could use here. I'm looking at other information here because that's what I do. Somewhere I have written down the numbers for this class. Let's see. There it is. It's English 214. Go back there. Let's see. The course number is CRN is this. My email is rgreen at ccsnh.edu, and I have no phone number. So it reminds me that I need to put the name in there, my name in there. Go in there and change my name. So I'll look at all this stuff, make sure this is all right. Do I want to do virtual office hours on both these times? I can change that. I can change it here in Claude, or I can change it when I paste it into a Word document. Catalog description, course delivery method, all this stuff is movable and changeable. Let's see, word processing software, Canvas teaching philosophy. I can go in there and change that for my teaching philosophy. If this stuff works, great. If it doesn't work, change it. This would be, maybe this is a suggested grading system, but I can obviously change it and put my own in there. The MCC grading template, stuff about incompletes, the academic calendar has been ported in there, emails, writing assignments returned, discussion posts responded. All this kind of stuff is kind of boilerplate, but it's added to it. Attendance policy, academic integrity, talk about Kansas and all this kind of stuff. Let's see, student support. I am going to add, let's see what I got in here that I want to add. I have a AI policy that I'm going to add to this. Okay, so it added my AI policy to the syllabus. So now I have this fairly complete syllabus based on a class that I can go in and I can change and modify. All this kind of stuff is great. So I can use this as my kicking off point. And once I've got this all kind of set up, I've got all the weeks and all the kind of stuff planned out the way I want it to plan out. I can even say, can you outline a Canvas shell for this course? And what it's going to do is it's going to come up with a shell structure that I can just use it to base my Canvas setup. I can organize my modules. It organizes the modules by week. Again, this is stuff that it's put in there, all the titles and that kind of stuff that it's put in there, the lesson titles. I'm going to replace those with my own, of course, but I'm pretending that I've already done that to kind of show you how this Canvas shell thing works. And what it's doing is it's creating what they call the artifacts. So in this little conversation I now have these two artifacts. One artifact is the syllabus. The other artifact is the Canvas shell. And I can go in my Claude account, because I have a Claude account, and I can go in there and I can keep that forever and make changes and all that kind of good stuff. So that is one way that I am using AI in my class. I hope you find that useful. If you have any questions, you can drop me an email. Thanks.